Okay folks, so we're going down to Varadero Cuba and we're going to be doing some fishing. My last trip down there, I brought a rod and a reel and a bunch of stuff but caught nothing. So I did a little bit more research and I think I'm ready to go. So we're going to either fish from shore, it's a rocky shore, or from a kayak if I can go out and see as far out as I can go or see where I can go. And sometimes we actually go into a marina and we'll fish in some unique spots. So I kind of got a bunch of different scenarios. First thing first, I brought my breakdown fishing rod. This is actually something my grandfather gave me that's like decades old, so pretty awesome. I also have my ugly stick reel. I just put a fluorocarbon line on it, a 12-pound test. Fluorocarbon is going to be a little bit better for kind of abrasion resistance along the rocky shores, and it's just a little bit clearer underwater. And 12 pounds is probably the biggest I would want to go in this situation, but we'll see. And then for bait, so I brought some swim baits, different colors. We'll see what happens. I brought some jerk baits, and then old reliable, I brought my hook. I brought weighted hooks. These are what? These are 1/8 of an ounce. That I can put either some grubs or some worms on, or I can actually even just grab some stuff from the buffet, and it's amazing what you can catch with a chunk of so-called meat from the buffet in 10 feet of water. So a bunch of gear too, things I'll need. Anyways, I'm looking forward to going down there, just spending some time with family, and hopefully we can catch some fish and have a whole lots of fun. Okay folks, welcome back to the channel. So we're fishing Varadero Cuba. It is July 2025, and you saw my pre-set up, so I kind of explained what I brought down. It's all down here. We're all set up. Got my grandpa's fishing rod. Got a nice swim bait. I'm gonna go out maybe about 200 feet, 150 feet, just to that little edge. There's a little edge where you see the water change from light to dark, and I'm gonna try to get my bait into the dark where there's coral and stuff, and that's where the fish are gonna be. So we're gonna try to cast out there and see what happens. One of the things that I want to note is that I brought my water shoes. So it's really rocky right here, so it's going to allow me to get out there. So bringing some water shoes, not a bad idea if you're going to do some surf fishing, but we're going to give her a go.
The next day I try again with no luck. I did get some interest off a hot dog from the buffet on a weighted hook, in very shallow water, however snagged nothing. Perhaps bringing a few smaller hooks would help. I did try to go out and fish off the resort sea kayak, however was not permitted to. Thanks for watching regardless. I guess that's why they call it fishing, not catching. I did see some locals catching fish and will share those next. The first video is of a dad and his 2 young boys throw casting a line with fish guts for bait on a hook. Very simple. They caught buffalo trunkfish and several other species. On my last day in Cuba, I gave the dad much of my gear. 4 swim baits, a pack of weighted hooks, some metal leader line and half a spool of 12-pound test
my friend.
line.
Good catches.
They were very grateful, and I encourage my fellow anglers to do the same if you go down fishing in Cuba. Next, one morning I captured 2 locals go out spear fishing. What was most impressive was how far they went out into the surf. They snorkeled and fished so far out that eventually I lost them in the rolling waves and sun. And lastly, gill netting. This video was captured at a spot between resorts. I was not aware there was a gill net here until seeing these locals harvest the line early one morning. I capture a few of the smaller panfish in their boat, however observed a few bigger fish also caught, which is good news for the dinner plate. I will be back to Cuba to fish again. Flights from Toronto are 3 hours and a 1-week stay at an all-inclusive resort is $1,000 Canadian all in. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video and add a comment on what type of gear I should bring on my next Cuba shore fishing adventure.